that Ichiro mentioned my name. Good evening, everyone. Tonight's game between the Dodgers and the Rangers ended with a Dodgers victory, further accelerating their strong start to the season. The game moved right from the first inning. Shohei Ohtani stepped up as the leadoff hitter and pulled an inside pitch, one that was actually a ball, with sheer force, sending it 390 feet for a no-doubt home run. It was his fourth of the season, instantly tying the game. Shortly after, Teoscar Hernandez blasted a 3-run homer, allowing the Dodgers to seize control in the very first inning and maintain it all the way to victory. Now we're joined today by a very special guest, a legendary closer with 652 career saves, 5 World Series titles, and the first unanimous Hall of Fame induction, Mariano Rivera. Rivera, how did Ohtani's home run look from your perspective? Let me be honest first. I can't really talk about Ohtani. He's unlike any superstar I faced during my career. There's no one to compare him to. But if I had to say something, the most terrifying part was that he pulled an inside pitch that was actually a ball. As pitchers, we survive by making hitters think, I can't swing at that. My cutter worked the same way, starting as a ball and cutting into the strike zone, breaking bats. But Ohtani? Even pitches we think we've missed with, he sends them into the stands. He takes away a pitcher's escape. And his mental strength, right after being beaten, he comes back immediately. The greatest hitters I've seen had that ability to turn frustration into focus for the next pitch. Ohtani is definitely one of them. The pitcher tonight was talented and young, but he faced something beyond human. Thank you. Now, why do you think the Dodgers are so unstoppable right now? It's simple. The scary thing about the Dodgers is that the hero changes every day. Yesterday, it was Max Muncy hitting 3 home runs. Today, it's Ohtani with the leadoff shot and Hernandez with a 3-run homer. Tomorrow, it could be Freddie Freeman or someone else entirely. Most teams have a key player you can shut down to win, but with the Dodgers, there's no breathing room for pitchers. Honestly, I don't think there's a team in the league that can completely stop this lineup over 9 innings. Recently, at T-Mobile Park in Seattle, a statue unveiling ceremony was held to honor Ichiro Suzuki. However, an unexpected incident occurred. The bat portion of the statue snapped at the base as soon as the cover was removed. Ichiro joked, "I didn't expect Mariano to break my bat here too," lightening the mood. Rivera, what did you think when you saw that? When I first saw the footage, I burst out laughing. During my career, my cutter broke countless bats, but Ichiro's was different. His bat was incredibly strong, like a Japanese sword. That's why his joke was so perfect. Even after 20 years, our relationship is still the man who breaks bats and the man whose bat doesn't break. That's an honor for me. Another guest added, I was shocked at first. How does a bronze bat break during an unveiling? But because it's Ichiro, it turns into a great story. His personality made it possible. If it were anyone else, it could have been a disaster for the team. I remember the first time I spoke with Ichiro at first base. He greeted me in Spanish. I was stunned. He seemed quiet and reserved, but with people he trusted, he was incredibly warm and funny. Everyone respected him. Even this joke, connecting the broken bat with the one missing vote from unanimous Hall of Fame selection and turning it into self-humor. Who else can do that? It's not easy. Rivera continued about facing Ichiro. For me, Ichiro was a very troublesome hitter. My cutter usually jammed left-handed hitters, breaking bats or forcing weak contact. But Ichiro was different. He could read it, adjust, and even when jammed, control the direction of the ball, dropping it near the first baseline or slipping it through the infield. By the time I thought I'd won, he was already at first base. He's one of the few who truly handled my cutter. That's why I was so happy he mentioned my name in that joke. In one sentence, he summed up our entire history. Finally, Rivera spoke about Edwin Diaz, who recently had a blown save. I'm not worried about Diaz at all. My advice is simple. Forget it. A pitcher who dwells on failure is more likely to fail again. The ones who survive are the ones who can reset overnight. I had many blown saves, even lost a World Series game, but I always moved on the next day. That's not talent, it's a skill. Diaz's stuff hasn't declined. It was just one bad night. Even the best closers fail sometimes. That's the nature of the role. What he needs isn't reflection, but forgetting. Another perspective added, this applies to hitters too. If you carry bad at-bats into your next one, you won't succeed. Diaz seems like the kind of guy who can reset, and the team won anyway. Muncy hit a walk-off homer. He should just wake up the next day and say, thanks, Muncy, and move on. In closing, tonight's story began with Ohtani's home run, but turned into something deeper, a reflection on baseball itself. The man who breaks bats and the man whose bat never breaks, reunited after 20 years through humor. Rivera's lesson on the courage to forget failure, the Dodgers' strength of having a different hero every day, and the quiet warmth of Ichiro. Records are etched in numbers, but memories are etched in people's hearts. Tomorrow, another story will unfold on the field, and we'll be there to witness it. See you next time.